Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Cave Story. So on the last episode we found ourselves trapped in jail number 1 with this fat Mamiga over here. And now we're gonna go talk to him and find out that Sue used to be here, but she has recently been taken away by the doctor, presumably for some experiments to be performed on her. But before she left, she provided us with a letter that, with a little bit of prodding, this Mamiga will give to us if we just continually talk to him over and over. Or sorry, he doesn't give it to us, he just notifies us that we already have it. So if we go into our inventory and then check on Sue's letter, we can get pretty much the setup for how the last act of Cave Story is gonna go. Sue clues us into the fact that all of the humans on the island, and anybody who used to be human but was turned into a Mamiga, came here on a research trip. And on that research trip was Sue, her brother, her mother, Professor Booster, but also the Doctor. And the Doctor had evil machinations from the get-go. He only wanted to come to the island in order to get the Demon Crown. Having uncovered the Demon Crown, he now wields an extraordinary power which allows him to control Misery as well as Balrog. And of course, she also tells us that he's going to use the island as a base with which to attack the Earth, using the red flowers on the Mamigas, but of course we already know that. So the most important piece of information she gives us probably is the password there, and we can use that to get inside of the door that we could not get inside of earlier, and this is going to allow us to start another fetch quest. I think perhaps the last fetch quest of the game, not including optional ones, of course. So escaping from the jail is relatively easy considering the big gaping hole that leads up to the top here. But I guess you would need some sort of booster to make that, and the Mamiga that we left is a little bit obese, so, you know, it's, he's got an excuse, I suppose. So we're gonna just make our way back down to the area where that locked door was, and, you know, by kismet or serendipity, we just landed pretty much right on top of it. Now that we have the password, we can walk right in and meet Sue's mother. And also get a little bit of information on that machine that she's working on there that looks kind of like one of Dr. Light's power-up chambers from Mega Man X. So, she used to be working at the Doctor's side as kind of a, I don't want to say a double agent, but an indentured slave. In fact, literally no similarity between a double agent and an indentured slave. But anyway, she's working on building a rocket, and this is what's going to allow us to actually get to the top of the island and attack the Doctor directly, which will happen over the course of the next 4 videos or so. I like how she asked me if I'm too busy to, like, save the world. No, you know, I don't have too much more on my plate that's important, or more important than saving the world. I was gonna watch Jersey Shore tonight, I have to go to the grocery store and get some more Tang. I guess I can fit saving the world in there somewhere. So she gives us the mask, the Mamiga mask, and with this we'll be able to talk to the other Mamigas, because they are forbidden from talking with humans or, you know, presumably robots as well. And we have to get her a sprinkler so she has the power necessary to push this rocket. And I want to know how heavy duty these sprinklers are, if the electrical current from one sprinkler can actually power a rocket that's going to thrust a, what, 100-pound robot at an interminable speed up through the sky. But anyway, it's not like I'm reaching escape velocity, so I guess I can suspend my disbelief for a while. Now, I really had no need to kill that enemy, but the fact that he hit me made me kind of want to get some revenge on him. So this is the expedited way to do this fetch quest, because I already know what I have to do. Just go over and talk to the Mamiga on the far left. He'll tell you that since you're the new guy, you gotta take that sprinkler in and get it replaced. Which doesn't seem to me like it would be a new guy job. That kind of seems like it would be a break from the hard farming that the Mamigas are doing right now. I don't think it's too much of a punishment to send the new guy in to do this. But here we go, we'll talk to this broken down Mamiga here and trade our bad sprinkler for a good one. And with this good sprinkler, you know what I like about this Mamiga system? There's no, like, bureaucratic red tape. This shit would never fly in, like, Canadian customs or something. But anyway, we'll take the sprinkler out and we will go back to Sue's mom. And with the sprinkler, we have collected one of the 2 parts necessary in order to complete this rocket. But the other one is really only maybe a 2-second fetch quest. The reason I walked into that guy is because he wasn't hurting me, so I kind of thought maybe I could go talk to him, but that was definitely not the case. He slapped me around a little bit, thinking I was one of his prole workers. So we give her the sprinkler, and there's plenty of juice in those batteries. She's gonna pop a couple double A's in that rocket to generate the combustion needed to push us forward. Or upward, I suppose I should say. Now we have to go find Aito, the engineer of considerable talent who we met at the start of this trip through the plantation. But first we will save and regenerate. Oh, no, we won't regenerate our health. There's no need to, really, since there's not too much danger on the way to Aito. There's a couple of bats, but that's really the only possible way we could die. And we'd have to get hit, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 times in order to lose all of our health from them. So we'll just work our way back over to where Aito was. Ito, I don't know. And pick up a couple hearts along the way. Get a little bit of experience, even though I haven't really been leveling up my weapons because the spur is so effective that it's kind of unnecessary. Go in here and talk to Aito. And if you put your money on him being too cowardly to even leave his fucking, like, prison cell that he's got going on right now, you are indeed correct. But on the bright side, he gives us his electronic controller, which is another ingredient that we need to make this delicious rocket soup that's going on. So we take this controller, and then we're just going to head back to Sue's mom's house, and that is the end of that fetch quest. Kind of a refreshingly short one, which is a nice change of pace from, you know, collect 5 puppies. 5 puppies or 6 puppies? I can't remember. That was a long time ago. Literally last week. Wow, you expect me to remember that far? So we give the controller to Sue's mom, and she expresses a little bit of regret that Aito could not come. But she says, you know, basically he's a disposable piece anyway. I'll just run the math. I don't have Aito, but I have my Texas Instruments T194 calculator, so we should be okay. And wow, I suddenly feel like a huge nerd for actually knowing the model number of a scientific calculator. Because that's what 4 years of formal post-high school education gets you. So of course we will save, and you may have noticed that Sue's mom is no longer here, and neither is the rocket, although the sprinkler is. So I guess she really just did need a couple of 9-volt batteries to power this thing. So we're going to go up here and talk to them and figure out what's going on. And it looks like Aito finally made it out of his cave and is now willing to talk to us and see the light of day. So we get our booster back, which is essential, obviously, for completing the game. And then we lose our Mimiga mask, which is, I suppose, you know, not a big deal in the least, actually, because we will never have to use that. So she tells us that the rocket is ready to go, and all we have to do is ride it up to the surface. So, I'm just gonna take that, basically, and we'll go talk to the doctor. So we'll get on top of the rocket, flip the switch, and then get headed up. And I always notice that there's a puppy en route here. Haven't had a chance to talk to him, but I'm sure there's some kind of Easter egg there. And I hope I'm not forgetting anything. Of course, we will save here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.